Put my shit back on this fucking porch. Yeah. I saw you when you got out the motherfucking car. You're trying to put my shit back on this motherfucking porch.
Sure.
You done lost your motherfucking mind. You don't come up on my shit and take my shit.
You got it.
You lucky.
You got it.
You lucky.
You got it.
Motherfucker. You see this motherfucker just tried to take the package off the porch?
Yeah.
Right in front of me like the motherfucker went in the house.
Camera.
Like I'm not sitting there watching your stupid ass.
Do you know that we owe Ukrainians reparations for building and defending this nation? Oh, my bad. I meant to say Black Americans. Notice how there was not one study, not one hearing needed before sending billions of dollars to Ukrainians nor any other group. Yet, when the topic of reparations for the descendants of American slaves is mentioned, we get told a motley of excuses. And I know some of you want to blame the Republicans, but it is for the Democrats that Black Americans vote 85 to 95%. And the Democrats have been complicit in their neglect of Black Americans as well. Maybe it's time we elect politicians that are actually going to fight for us. Maybe it's time we do something different, something better. Join me in getting us not just better, but the best. Join me in this fight. Thank you.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
you're tired of being censored on social media, join 60s.net. It's black owned, black operated, and black moderated. And we make sure it stays a safe space for us to talk about all things black culture. We also got some cool gear like the FDM cotton crew neck, the Fearless Ancestors tee, hats, and more. Check us out at 60s.net.
Hey girl, why are you so sad?
I just got banned from Twitter again.
Should have been on 60s.net. Ah.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. I am your host, beatzillapdx officially, and this is the weekly wrap-up. Hopefully everybody is doing well, better than I was last week this time, because we were not here, as y'all know, but we are here this evening, so yeah, back. I'm definitely feeling better than I did this time last week. And it's something that definitely has been going around, especially, up here, up in the Northwest. We have been, flooded with the flu and various, they're calling it the trifecta or whatever. So yeah, it's hitting everybody. So whether it be that stuff or the flu or whatever else, this R whatever something, the respiratory joint, it got me. And a few other people I see. So everybody out there who is a bit under the weather right now, it is that time of the year. So take care of yourselves and get well soon. With that being said, let's go ahead and see who we have here. See what we got in the chat. And as you are coming in, please like and share. Hit the like and share button. What's going on here? Why is it not flipping over to that? This is weird. Okay. Let's see what we got in the chat so far. One who cares in the house. I see you. Black Spider, welcome. Judah Queen in the house. Deneen Soul, hey, you checking in early tonight. Black Jack 21, what's going on, my brother? Project Leroy, what is going on, brother? And Kid Gravity in the house. Yes, indeed. All right. So there's a few stories we need to talk about tonight. And that's what we do here. You know what I'm saying? Reginald, Reginald Jeter, Black First. Okay, that's the first time I've seen that name in the chat. Welcome. Let's see here. So as y'all know, let me get these up here. See where I want to go first. You know what? We deal with the news here, as you know. So as per my last broadcast, I was showing how we were under the same system of oppression as always in America. So going back to a bunch of different snippets of speeches and interviews that had questions in them for Malcolm X. I went through those and kind of went breaking those down, dissecting those, and just even, because you know how we like to do here. We like to take the past and connect it to what we're dealing with in the present so we can map out a positive outcome for our future. So we always look back and honor our greats here, and as y'all know, sometimes, I'll take the hits if, I'll take not a video not being monetized to make sure that I can play what I need to play. But with that being said, that's when it goes down to getting those, like the Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, hey, no problem. So as y'all know, we've celebrated 2 of her birthdays here on this broadcast. So Chris MC, peace, brother. Yes. Tasha Peters in the house. I see you. Welcome. All right. Yes, indeed. Come on in. So the first thing I want to talk about is something that might not be getting too much attention in the news, but it's going to get some attention here tonight. Let me get this up here. Get everything situated right quick. There we go. All right. See if I get this picture up here before I go into this article, so y'all can see. Because if you go to CBS or the mainstream media, where's that picture? Hold on, family. You know what? Okay, I'll do it like this. Let's see. You just go ahead and bring this story up, and I will, once I can get this picture in here, I will show you who he is. But nonetheless, this story is out of, what is this at? The hell? Minnesota. Go figure. Out of Minnesota. Oyela Aket. Welcome. Dark skinned brother. What's going on, my brother? Oyela Aket's in the house. We are officially international. So, out of Minnesota, there is a pro-mass shooting suspect arrested in Savage or Savage. I don't know how you pronounce that. Had a machine gun and wanted to fight the police. Not our children, but okay. There we go. Let me get his joint in here. And I need to show y'all the picture that the mainstream media is showing. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get this out of here. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. Got it. All right. So let me get down here. Federal authorities have arrested and charged I don't know if it's Savage, so I'm just going to say Savage. because I don't know Minnesota. So for people from Minnesota, please excuse this. A savage man who was allegedly collecting weaponry in anticipation of a battle to the death with police, court documents show. River William Smith was taken into custody Wednesday during an FBI sting in which he allegedly tried to buy grenades. He is charged with one count of possession of a machine gun and attempting to receive and possess unregistered destructive devices. Now, I'm glad I went and did some digging, because the first article that I saw was telling kind of a different story. It wasn't saying that this guy was a pro anything. And this says the headline says he's pro mass shootings, right? So CBS, they had to come out and say, there was a heavily armed gunmen who had plots and plans for a mass shooting. This is the picture they showed. This is the picture they showed of River William Smith after he'd been arrested. You understand what I'm saying to you? So they're going to show you that picture when he's all covered up in that. Oh, no. One could possibly say that maybe they didn't want the general public to know what this individual, River William Smith, looks like. Because this is what they showed you of this guy. Imagine that. Well, before we reveal the other part, River William Smith was taken into custody, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force began investigating the 20-year-old after receiving a tip on September 27th from a concerned citizen about, quote, troubling behavior at a gun range. At a gun range, huh? Okay. Nothing to worry about right there. Let's see. The tipster and instructor at the gun range said days earlier he saw Smith wearing heavy-duty body armor and practicing rapid reloads with his handgun. Smith reportedly fired 300 rounds in 20 minutes, described in a complaint as, quote, excessive compared to customary conduct. All while weaving around the plywood barricade and practicing reloads. Another witness, the manager of the Prior Lake Gun Club, told investigators Smith had been a member since March, and he noted Smith's attire of black tactical gear and body armor was very unusual for the gun club, court documents show. A source told investigators that Smith messaged him on social media saying he shoots in armor and a helmet because that's how I'd shoot if I were really in combat. The source also revealed that Smith said he was getting ready for a violent exchange with the police. The complaint states Smith also divulged he intensely get this part. Smith also divulged he intensely dislikes minorities, Jews, and gay people. Well, thank you, River William Smith from the Black delegation, because we can actually say, hey, you proved the point that we have been saying all along. We are not anti-Semitic, and we are not homophobic. Thank you, River William Smith. Now, let's see, it goes on to say, in other messages, Smith allegedly lamented that he was also too young to buy ammunition in Minnesota, where the minimum age to do so is 21. He also says that he has access to full auto loaders, a type of rifle lower receiver that lets a shooter fire multiple rounds with one pull of the trigger. Man, this young man was looking to inflict some major harm, wasn't he? Man, what about Chicago though, huh? Man, what about Kanye? Man, that video that Kyrie posted, man. How about you check out the people that this guy communicates with? I'm just saying. Film, animation, art, welcome. And Blueberry Muffins, Seattle. I see Seattle in the house. All right, shout out to my Pacific Northwest family. Let's see. A different informant recorded a conversation with Smith at a gun range. The informant had equipped a binary trigger that fires around when pulling the trigger and again when releasing, effectively doubling the shooter's output. The rapid fire attracted Smith's attention, and he started asking the informant questions about how closely the device could approximately fully automatic fire. Yeah, I think it's very important to figure out, because right now we just like this guy just isn't talking to informants all the time. You just didn't stumble on this dude. Who is the connection that got this dude? Like y'all are, this is being, number one, being already tailored to be a lone wolf scenario, because all of a sudden he's only dealt with people that just so happen to be involved with law enforcement. Get out of here. Hell no, I don't believe that. So you're ignoring the obvious. Who is this guy tied to? Now you'll have to excuse me, because as I'm still on the mend, I still have to mend. But we're here. Let's see. The informant asked Smith about his aggressive shooting style, pointing out his body armor and rapid shooting drills, which Smith responded that he is preparing for a fight with the police, dedicated to dying in the confrontation. Okay. U.S. Attorney for Minnesota, Andrew Luger, declined to comment specifically about the case involving Smith, but credited the FBI and the public for working to prevent potential tragedies. Let's just go down a little further. Smith also told an informant he didn't want his handgun to be taken away, a likely reference to a 2019 incident in which Smith, then 17, fired an AK-47 style rifle in his grandparents' home, wounding his grandmother. In a follow-up search warrant, police confiscated the AK-47 style rifle along with a .22 caliber rifle, a shotgun, and a 15 fully loaded 7.62 millimeter magazine. At 17. Let's just pause right there. Can somebody answer me this? Why were there no charges on this boy? I mean, because from the likes of it, they're saying his grandmother was wounded. Yeah. When you shoot a AK-47 style rifle in the house and then your grandma is wounded, typically that would say she would possibly have gotten hit or grazed. But I just need to wonder, why was he not charged then? And he still has gun rights now. You see how that works? But see, here's something else. Oh, wait. But here's what's even better. Smith told the informant his grandmother buys him all of his guns and ammunition since he's too young and to get them by himself. He later asked the informant to order him auto sears, attachments to that convert guns into fully automatic weapons for his AR style rifle and Glock pistol. Reached by phone Friday, Smith's grandmother said she had, quote, no comment. Now, they talk about our culture. Do you notice a similarity into this guy and someone else that actually did delete 2 people? In Minnesota. Wow. Hey, imagine the just look at the similarities. Let's see. Now, this part's really interesting. Check this out. The complaint also says Smith told the informant he had thought about joining a neo-Nazi terrorist group called, quote, the Base. Y'all hear me? He thought about joining a neo-Nazi terrorist group called the Base. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, the Base believes society should be pushed to the collapse so a white ethno-state can arise out of the ruins. Those of you who have been with me for a little while already know what I have told you about the people that subscribe to that book sanctioned by that other mass deleter. Blueberry muffin. Very true. Oh, Lord. So, that's also like this dude, this gets deeper. Like, the source who had been messaging Smith on social media shared an exchange in which Smith called Club Q shooter a hero. Smith went on to say pro-mass shootings in general and sympathize with the Parkland Florida school shooter as well. Like if I was compromised by the police, everyone I know or everyone I don't know is getting a few rounds just for fun. Now, let's get into the important part. Let me show you something. This is what CBS showed you. Right? And so this is River William Smith. That's him. Yep. Scooter. Look at Scooter. And his grandmother is buying him the weaponry, right? Now, let me get back to this. Let's see. Okay. He later explained his anti-police position, writing, quote, "I don't shoot cops on sight for speeding tickets, but if they ever attempted to get my guns, I would open fire. Yes," unquote. I mean, this dude is showing you all the signs of a problem. It took this long to get this guy? A pro-mass shooter. I mean, are you kidding? Nah, I don't think so, family. I'll pass. No. Let's see. Let me see, because I think that was pretty much what I wanted to get to. Yeah. So he remains in custody. So Smith made his first appearance before a judge on yesterday, and remains in custody. So, yeah. That's what's going on there in Minnesota. Now, this other story, which I find very interesting as well. It seems like, have y'all noticed all of these incidents where like people are flipping out and all of a sudden things just go to an extreme. We had this brother kind of self-unalive himself this week, that the Twitch brother. Not really familiar with that cat at all, but I see that he did like a TikTok video 24 hours before this thing happened. I don't know. He seemed, well, I mean, you never know what people are going through. So good spirits can, I guess, look like, or bad spirits rather, can look like being in good spirits when you know how to put the right face on. So I guess that's just something to keep in mind. But nonetheless, there was another situation. Where is that? Where is this at? Oh, is this Mississippi? Oh, yeah, it is. In Mississippi. Yeah, so you just like noticing how these people are just all out of nowhere flipping out. It's like, maybe you got that shit. Did you get the GCG snaps? Who knows? I would just have to wonder. Let me see. Oh, I need to get this in here. All right, bear with me 1 second. Oh, and you know what? Real quick, again, if you are new to this broadcast channel, this is the Beatzilla PDX official show. And please hit that like and share button, because although we are a smaller platform, we still get shadow banned nonetheless. Every time you're speaking pro-black, then they always will go to work at trying to shadow ban you. And also, if you are a rewatcher, go ahead and drop a comment and let us know what you think about tonight's broadcast. With that being said, you are watching the weekly wrap up.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a monthly with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. Of course, this one picture I don't have in there. All right. So in Mississippi is where we are going to next. It's just it's always so funny how they make these titles. Matter of fact, let me get this on here. Because y'all heard about these two police officers who were deleted after this woman for, and because this is how it was first, when I first got the alert coming through on my phone, it said that these two police were deleted by a woman after talking to her for 30 minutes also. But they did not get into what she looked like or who she was. And so I was like, well, okay, well, you know how my mind works. We know what she was. Because you're not jumping out the window to throw that name out there. So nonetheless, let me see who just came in here. All right, in Flournoy, welcome, Phantom Beat. I see you. I see you in the house. All right, so okay, there we go. Let me see if I can get this in there. When you for y'all, like I said, y'all know how my mind works. So 30 minutes, and then she had enough opportunity to draw down on two cops to delete two cops. Yes, indeed. I mean, you got the drop on two cops. Totally makes sense. I could totally see that, right? That makes sense. Now, family, the headlines are killer, though. The headlines are beast. Exclusive. Mama told me to give her the gun, so I gave her the gun. Veterinarian mom. Veterinarian mom of 3 told her 8-year-old daughter to hand her the firearm she used to delete 2 Mississippi cops before she was deleted by way of bullets. Amy Anderson fatally deleted 2 Mississippi cops, Sergeant Stephen Robin, 34, and Officer Brandon, Esteriff, 23 years old, on Wednesday. Boy, them cats, yeah. So, when I first heard the story, I said, well, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. This ain't no sister. Because number one, 30 minutes? Are you kidding? Oh boy. Let me tell you something. 30 minutes, you ain't going to get 30 seconds, sisters. Okay? What I done? Blah, 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 blah. Please, miss me. 30 minutes. I don't think so. Nonetheless, her picture has now surfaced, and now they're showing everybody's face because it's a tragedy that involves law enforcement. So I guess, for all intents and purposes, they want to give closure to the families. So you have to divulge who it actually was. She's a veterinarian. No, she's a cop deleter. Do y'all know, or are y'all missing the fact that she's a cop deleter? They're not even saying that, but it's saying veterinarian kills 2 cops. Interesting point in Flournoy. So check this out. This is her, and these are her victims. These are the slain. They are no more. It's a wrap for them now. So it is what it is. Unfortunate. But let me give you this. Let me go here. So as you can see what's going on right now on the screen, this is her. Oh, man, we got even a better picture here, too. Let me show you this. Let me pause for the cause, because we have a super chat in the house. Thank you, Cyberdyne 100. Thank you so much. Appreciate that super chat. Something for the build, brother. Black first. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. And hey, we that's what we love to do here. And and by the way, me and my partner Black Alpha Network have a Spaces special tomorrow. So we're doing a special Saturday Twitter space this week. So we will be doing that tomorrow. normal time to when you normally used to seeing us, but so if you follow me on Twitter, you should already know that we have a space coming out tomorrow, noon my time. So if you are in Hawaii, it'll be like 10 or 11 in the morning. But thank you so much, Cyberdyne. So let me get back over here to this. So Mama told me to give it again. Okay, we already told you that. Let's see. The little girl told a fellow guest at the Motel 6 in Bay St. Louis that the cops were ambushed. Damn. Then the girl made a shocking admission that she had witnessed her mother shoot down the cops in cold blood. Mama shot the cops and Mama was shot. Her eyes are open and she is breathing a little bit. Damn. And that's her again. Wow. So obviously she was going through some things, truth be told, but guess she was going through too much. Afro Elite, Black First, my brother, what's going on? What is going on? Man, this is crazy, ain't it? And it's so funny, too. It's like, y'all was really trying to bury her identity. They will be traumatized like we were. Yeah. Hell yeah. But, take a good look. Family. Is there anyone that you could possibly see her looking like? Look at her face. Does she remotely favor somebody? It could just be me. Maybe it's just me. Blueberry Muffin said my mother-in-law. But man, it's like the poster child of Karen. And it also reminds me of a younger middle-aged Carolyn Bryant. Susie Homemaker, Nancy Pelosi, a random Karen, Deneen Soul. Oh man. And just totally mowed down two cops. And then went out like Bonnie and Clyde by herself. She just went out like Bonnie. I mean, but nonetheless, she went out, didn't she? She went out like Cleo at the end of Set It Off. You know, you playing all the loud, dramatic ass music. Damn. I mean, this is a bad situation. So, I mean, but hey, I'm happy to be back on Friday night. So, damn. Hey, it's a bad situation, family. So we are not poking fun at anybody, but wow. Let's see. So I'm trying to hear where the conflict was. Where is that? Okay. Let's see. Anderson only checked into the motel at 2:35 a.m. Another guest told Daily Mail. He saw her in the lobby with her daughter and a dog. She was acting normal, he said, but within an hour, she was packing up her room and leaving after asking the front desk clerk to call the cops because someone was following her. Robin, 34, and Estorff, 23, were responding to a request and conducting a welfare check on Anderson. By the time the two officers arrived at 3:30 a.m., Anderson had backed her Toyota SUV in front of the room 117 where she was staying and started loading items into the car. The guest, the guest who asked not to be identified said she was sitting outside her room about 50 feet away from Anderson's room, and when she noticed Anderson was packing items out of her room into the SUV, the cops pulled their two patrol cars into the front of Anderson's vehicle and got out and started making conversation. The talk lasted around 30 minutes. Then Anderson and her daughter made their way to the vehicle. Her 8-year-old daughter was sitting in front of the passenger seat, and the driver's side door was open. I heard her tell police that she wanted to leave. The cops told her she couldn't leave until they had finished their investigation. At that point, the motel guest said that she heard some screaming from the woman and decided to go back inside her room. Within seconds, the motel guest said several shots rang out. 2 shots, she said, were simultaneous. Another guest told Daily Mail that he heard yelling and screaming and the woman's voice saying, "Get off me! Get off me!" before he heard several gunshots. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did we hit a plot twist? Well, then let's go back to what she said in the first place, that she said somebody was following her. Because, see, the way they're presenting it is that she just goes ham and goes ballistic and just starts shooting out of nowhere. But what this guest seemed to hear, this guest better be careful. If this guest is an unnamed source that is watching this broadcast, I would, maybe not be where they know you're going to be at. Because this just has a little, that part. Yeah. Get off me, before he heard several gunshots. After hearing the gunshots, guests came back outside to complete silence. Okay. It was eerily quiet, she told Daily Mail. She then saw a little girl walking around the SUV. She yelled out to the young girl, "Come over here." But the girl, who was dressed in a red flannel nightgown, had blood splattered on her face, arms, and legs, and was hesitant at first. Anderson's daughter asked the guest, "Are you going to hurt me? Mama told me people are trying to kill us." Like I say, this just has one of those something's off here about this story type vibe to me. Not that I have my 10 fedora, but she had her daughter convinced that somebody was trying to kill him. Now, what ended up taking place? Because how were you in a tussle? Get off me, get off me. This almost sounds, yeah, we won't go there. Because I'm not a conspiracy theorist. And so I don't want to put that in the wind. But, there's things out there. I'm just saying, with a story like this, I mean, How much has that woman been able to explain to an 8-year-old to where an 8-year-old has ingested the notion that she is in danger? Like I said, I'm not trying to be in no conspiracy at all, but we do understand stuff goes on out here now, don't we? I'm just saying. I mean, so was the woman correct? Was the woman correct, family? I mean, damn. Okay, somebody's trying to kill us. Then they say, get off me, blah, blah, blah. So you mean to tell me that the mother is shot in the exchange with the two that got deleted? Like I said, I do not have my 10 fedora on. But damn, I've seen enough. I mean, I hate to say it, I've seen enough movies in my day that So yeah, man, the verdict is out for me. I'll say that. Because, I mean, again, get off me, blah, 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 blah. And then it's quiet. Where's their backup? Where's their backup? I mean, I'm not saying anything like, stuff like, they live or anything of the sort like that. It could be something that, has other implications to it. Who knows? But if you haven't seen the movie They Live, you might want to go check that out. But it amazes me. Or Enemy of the State. I mean, all these type of things is just, hey. Brings it. And remember, they didn't rush to show you who she was. Maybe that's a whole different reason than what our minds would normally tell us. I'm just saying. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just look at all the angles. So I see it working one there. I see how that could work. Get off me, blah, 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 blah. And it's just, that's like some movie shit. Isn't it? Like both y'all up here bleeding to death, bleeding out. Ain't nobody else out there but the 8-year-old girl with blood on her face. What the hell are we talking about here? This is like movie shit. This is crazy. Let's see. I mean, are you going to hurt me? Golly. I mean, they was doing the most out there, wasn't they? Let's see. She then kept asking the guest if her mother would be all right. Is mama gonna be okay? She said. The guest asked her where her father was. She said she had a brother and a sister, and they were with her father in Madison, Mississippi. The guest's husband said after hearing the gunshots, he ran outside and saw the officers and Anderson all within a few feet of each other. Look at these pictures. That was dumping. Okay, there we go. So let me play this. Wait. Damn. Huh. That's a very interesting story. That is a very, very interesting story. And I would have to wonder, I don't know. I don't know. How y'all feeling about that? I mean, hey, man, there's some crazy things that go on out in this world. So I don't necessarily just write somebody off when they say some stuff. There's some people that, okay, because shit, maybe they is. We talk about secret societies and secret hidden organizations and all that. So yeah, when they want to handle their business, what also happens in secret? That too. And now you out here looking crazy. The only one who knows what your issue is and know how much in danger you are, but no one will ever believe you because everyone that you're associated with that way was hidden in the first place. Custody disputes get nasty. Yes, they do. Flournoy says some people flip when they don't have access to their children. It happens with men too. Absolutely. Yeah, these custody joints is crazy, man. Blueberry muffin, you talking on it. Mormons do secret stuff too. Absolutely, they do. Matter of fact, if you have done one of your DNA kits and tests, they own your DNA. So if you've done all of these different DNA testings and comparisons and given your DNA and signed up on the consent, then you too have also given your DNA to the Mormons. If you didn't know, that's Church of the Latter-day Saints. They own your DNA. So you got your album, this, and I'm related to this and these charts here. Yes. And you've also entered yourself into a non-criminal DNA database as well. So if, of course, you are always law-abiding, if things were to change and just simply being you became illegal, they'll be able to find you anywhere. Just something to think about. Because, see, the devil always thinks ahead. So always know what they're putting in front of you right now. Hey, this is it. You better examine that shit. There's a reason why they wanted to get a hold of your DNA. I mean, there's enough testing samples in America right now with consent to start a Star Wars size cloning facility by just making it cool. Like, where the hell does that DNA shit go? Who's owning that DNA? You really finna give them that to well, okay. Okay. Nah. Non-criminal until it becomes criminal in Flournoy. There you go. That's the entire point. And that 23andMe. Yep. Because they'd be like, well, 23andMe is black owned. That is true. But what you need to know is who does their testing. So who also gets the permission and consent. You'll be right back in the same place. So, you just have to keep everything in consideration when these things are thrown out at you. You understand? Because it ain't really for you. Yep. Yeah, these people are crazy, man. Wicked on 1,000. Don't sleep with any Mormons and they won't get your DNA. Oh, you don't have to worry about sleeping with them. Shoot, half these people done gave it to them. They got a gang of black folks' DNA. They got it already. They do not need to sleep with one. Now what they're probably figuring out is, okay, see, here's what y'all got. Okay, look at it this way. You're facing genetic annihilation. What do you need to do to figure that out? Figure out how to most use the strongest birthers on the planet for your benefit. But you can't have them benefiting themselves by mass producing. So what we need to do is extrapolate those genes, those specific hormones and those specific numbers on whatever scale of whatever situation they need to figure them out on, and theories here and calculus there, or not calculus, but calculations there. And then they'll figure out how to basically sustain themselves with our genetics without us. And giving them the consent to test DNA like that, they can now give consent to some offshore cloning testing facility to start now running tests with DNA of yourselves because you gave it to them with willful consent. And then they can start doing their own organ harvesting right there. You just have to look down the line of how the devil thinks. Because, again, you could never amount to the wickedness of this and these people. So you have to at least understand that there is no bounds. None. Aboriginal woman, welcome. Narmer X, I see ya. Yeah, that 23 of me is, man. Like I said, everybody DNA. Boy, so for all the people, now why would they need that? And I hope you understand, the push for your DNA came before the pandemic. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I keep saying you cannot put your mind around the depths of the wickedness of your adversary. So you have to always understand how they plan. You understand me? It's why studying our history is key. Tuskegee should have taught us. It taught Germany. Seemed to be mighty effective for them. And the world hates them for it, for their effectiveness, while they learn from America's effectiveness against us and the mass genocide and consistent, persistent anti-blackness of America. Now, you could slaughter, 6 million Jews, they say? And that's a tragedy. They say 2 million in the ocean. That's not even counting the people who made it here. No, there's no one ever to be compared to us. Now, I remember a scripture, it says that the world hates you for my sake. Well, one thing's for certain. If you don't believe the Bible, you can believe this. You don't even have to believe that there is a God. But you do know this truth to be true. The world hates us. Now, after that, figure out why you don't believe what everybody else understands. Start there. Start with your enemy. Don't believe get all fantastical. Don't believe the Bible. Just look at your enemy. What do you see? And I'm not saying all white people are the enemy. I'm saying white supremacy and white supremacists, however they look, are the enemy, because you know how it comes and you know how they speak and you understand the mannerisms. Even more so, you have the new black media to give you insight even further and more in depth of how these people are looking to undermine every aspect of positive living for you. And that's what we do this for. because that's how it should be. Every other group seems to want to do that for their folks. It's time that we have ours. I just hope y'all appreciate the people that speak out here and show the family love, that really come out here and do this. Because there's always the other part, you'll deal with people who don't like what you're saying. And again, we don't ever want to fall into the crabs in a barrel mentality. If you create a lane, rock your lane. But if another person creates a lane, let them rock their lane. Simple as that. Now, with that being said, where we at here? We could take a break, but I think we'll go to this next story first. Got my agenda here. Yeah, we will do this first. Yeah, we gonna do this first. So, the I-5 Express, yes, lanes are open. Yes, indeed. Blueberry muffin, you already know. Ezel's chicken. We don't have to drive all the way up to Seattle to get no Ezel's chicken. And I do have to make a confession. And y'all from Seattle, I want y'all to tell the truth. Y'all better tell the truth. Don't y'all sit up here in my chat and tell this lie that y'all did not do what I did. I had to go to that, Westlake Mall. We went up there to just go visit, and because another place we needed to hit was Dick's. If y'all don't know, if y'all ain't never been out in the Northwest, if you come to Portland, you want to hit Little Big Burger and Salt and Straw. But if you go up to Seattle, you want to hit Ezel's and Dick's. Now in Portland, we now have an Ezel's chicken, but we do not have what that Westlake Mall has. And that, blueberry muffin is like, because you already know what I'm saying, because y'all know we tell you not to be fooling with the shops, and don't be fooling with these nail shops, and don't be going back to the shops they beating you up in the bundles. However, though, family, I will have to tell you that them Filipinos, they do know how to fry some chicken. And family, I hey man, that Jollibee's chicken. Hey man, them Filipinos can fry some chicken. That's all I can say. The Filipinos can fry some chicken. And not only that, though, they serve their chicken with gravy. They literally serve their chicken with a side of gravy. Blueberry muffin said bomb-ass chicken. Oh. Yeah. Oh, man. The Filipinos are almost African, even though they want to be European. No, not trust me. I understand, the whole connection with the Philippines as well. But just saying, man, if y'all ain't had no Jollibees, boy, they got it from Black Street. Oh, yeah, just like Colonel Sanders. You already know. You already know. But they had on them black folks, them exiled soldiers. Man, Jollibees. That's some good ass chicken. I can't front. That's some good ass chicken. Dark-skinned brother said, I'm like you, Beatzilla. If you can prepare some good chicken, you get my dollars. Man, there was somebody here complaining about Chick-fil-A because I guess Chick-fil-A is a Trump supporter. Huh? Chick-fil-A is what that got to do with my chicken sandwich? I'm confused. What's this supposed to mean? You support Trump, huh? I cannot ever remember going to a restaurant and saying, what's the politics of this person? Does he like the current administration or not? Man, please. I live in Portland, Oregon. If you ain't learned the difference between this one and the next one, you ain't learned nothing. And so I guess like Neely Fuller says, and also Dr. Francis Cress Welsing says, if you don't understand the system of white supremacy, then everything else will just simply confuse you. Because confuse you would have to be. It's season. Yo, family, the gravy at, it's like, what these Filipinos know about some gravy? And that's some bomb ass gravy. I can't front. Like I said, we know what we gonna have to do, and I'm not sure if we're gonna do it in a space or do it in a multicast or something. But we're gonna have to do our black kitchen, our black kitchen round table. You know, because that's just another part that we don't really get a chance to talk about, but that's something that's very much a part of our culture. And I told y'all before, like I had a chance to do it till you satisfied. I had a chance to hit because back in the summer I did some gigs at this African restaurant spot, and they're like a fusion of different foods from all over Africa, but one of the main things they made sure they had was jollof. And that was the first time I actually had jollof rice. And family, that was the shit. That was the shit. I mean, literally, I could, like a whole container of jollof rice. I could just eat jollof rice and be cool. I was pleasantly surprised. That was my first time really having jollof rice, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm digging this. So yeah, I get it. That's some good ass eat. That's some good ass rice. That's some good ass rice. Jollof rice give you jollof bread. The spices in the, but see, that's just it though. That's what's so addictive, because the spices that they're using in it with the tomatoes, I'm like, it's so strong. Like, if Florida is right, it will give you a blueberry muffin. It will give you jollof breath. That's a fact. That would be. It'll be worth it. I mean, just like eating onions. Like for those who still eat Burger King, for those of us who have from time to time indulged in a Whopper, get that good Whopper. I cannot eat no Whopper without no onions. It's not a Whopper without the onions. Hell, I'm married anyway. Who am I impressing? Put them onions on. We got mouthwash at home. Whoppers ain't the same. Hell no. Not at all, Chris. No, not at all. Things have changed. Man, when I grew up, you could walk into Taco Bell and hear them cooking up the ground beef. I mean, just clink, 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 clink. You used to be able to hear that in Taco Bell. I know some of y'all in this chat too young to remember that one, though. But you showing up, clink, clink, clink. I mean, it smelled like straight up taco beef. You walk in like how y'all be driving past a Popeyes and smell the chicken out there. You used to drive by Taco Bell and smell ground beef like that. And yeah, blueberry muffin in the early 80s. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shh. Clink, 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 clink. Hear that ground beef? That's when we was eating real ground beef at Taco Bell. So like that. But everything became streamlined and they started doing all that Monsanto garbage and shit. So none of the fast food today is like when we were kids. Like fast food was never good for you, but at least the fast food we was eating was real food. Like this new shit, oh, if you can avoid it, do not eat this. Like Taco Bell don't even taste it, man. Taco man. I got to figure out how to make a taco pizza at home. Because I can't touch that. I can't touch that. I grew up loving a taco pizza. I cannot touch that. Boy, oh boy. As much as I would want me one, I'm like, I don't have 2 days to waste. Did you say kangaroo meat? In Florida? Oh, goodness. Kangaroo meat. That Joey. That's that Joey meat. They're feeding. They're hooking people up with them Joeys. Oh, no. That is not supposed to be. Oh, Lord. Taco Bell, man, Aboriginal woman, keep you, like I said, if you got 2 days to spare, go indulge. And I mean, hell, you might as well just get everything you want because from the smallest to it's going to be the same. So you might as well just eat it all. Like, what am I going to do? I just don't want to I don't want to be too bad. I mean, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. No, as soon as your lips hit the laxatives begin to start to flow and start working in your bloodstream. You understand? And it's bite 2, bite 3. Oh man, I think I'm all right. Bite 4. Bloop, 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 bloop. You thought it was all right until you knew it wasn't. Bubbling brown sugar. Wait a minute. Oh, what's that? Oh, Lord. Oh. He said, ouch, Lord. Yeah, right? Oh. I'll be right back. Oh, Lord. But yes, family, we have another little story to talk about real quick. But real quick, just to remind the family, we are right here again at the Weekly Wrap-Up.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a monthly with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like 2 broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like 2 swords. Or either one with 2 blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. So, Harvard University announced Thursday that Claudine Gay becomes the next president. Its next president, rather. Gay, what a name, who is currently the dean of Harvard's Faculty of Arts and Sciences, will be the school's first black leader and the second woman ever to hold a position when she takes over next year. Here are 5 things to know about the history-making choice. Number 1, she's the daughter of Haitian immigrants. Gay, 52, born in New York City, where her parents, Haitian immigrants, to the U.S., met as students. Her mother was a registered nurse, her father a civil engineer. Gay spent much of her childhood first in New York and then in Saudi Arabia, where her father worked for the United States Army Corps of Engineers. Quote, my parents believe that education opens every door, but of course they gave me their 3 options. I could become an engineer, a doctor, or a lawyer, which I'm sure that other kids of immigrant parents can relate to. Unquote. Gay said in an announcement ceremony on Thursday, quote, becoming an academic was not what my parents had in mind. After receiving her bachelor's degree in economics from Stanford in 1992, Gay enrolled in the graduate school at Harvard, receiving her PhD in government. She became a professor at Stanford before being recruited to Harvard in 2006 as a professor of government. Gay was also appointed professor of African and African American studies the following year. In 2015, she became dean of social science at Harvard's Faculty of Arts and Science. In 2018, she was named dean of FOSS, which is the same, Faculty of Arts and Science. According to Gay's bio on Harvard's website, she has explored such topics as how the election of minority office holders affects citizens' perception of their government and their interest in politics and public affairs. Now, how neighborhood environments shape racial and political attitudes among Black Americans. Okay. The roots of competition and cooperation between minority groups, with a particular focus on relations between Black Americans and Latinos. And the consequences of housing mobility programs for political participation among the poor. In 2017, she founded the Inequality in America Initiative, a multidisciplinary effort to elevate and energize teaching and research on social and economic inequality. Gay is lauded by many of her colleagues. She is a scholar of uncommon creativity and rigor, with a strong working knowledge of opportunities and challenges facing the FOSS. Current Harvard President Larry Bacow said in 2018 when Gay became dean, quote, she radiates a concern for others and for how what we do here can help improve lives far beyond our walls. Claudine has proven herself at first. Whoa. Claudine has proven herself a first-class academic leader as well as a rigorous scholar in her own right. Henry Louis Gates Jr. That's Skip Gates, for those who did not know. Oh, Lord. So he's also the director of Harvard's Hutchins Center for African and American Research. Of course he is. Said Thursday, and under her leadership, Harvard will continue to be a model in upholding the highest standards of academic excellence, advancing the frontiers of knowledge while also advancing strategies of inclusion. When Gay was introduced at Thursday's announcement ceremony, she received a standing ovation. But her tenure as dean has not been without controversy. Okay. What y'all think about that thus far? Let me see what y'all talking about. She's recruiting more Latinos to Harvard and plans to turn it into a Hispanic serving institution to shut out FBA, Blueberry Muffin. You might be on to something. You might be on to something. That's a great point. Who does this remind you of? I mean, does it just remind you of anyone by chance? I mean, is there anyone that possibly comes to your mind? I'm just wondering. Condoleezza Rice. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a real good one. Oh. Okay. So that's all I'll really be going about her. Because you kind of see the fix of what's going on. She's at Harvard. You know, she has a zaddy. She's an immigrant. She's a very proud immigrant, Haitian immigrant. Loretta Lynch, right? Right? Let's just take a look at a little bit of her, see what she has to say. Contagious Brown, Scamala, Contagious Brown. Now that's funny. That is funny.
Exist alongside society, but as part of it. And at Harvard, we have a duty to lean in and engage and to be of service to the world. The idea of the ivory tower, that's the past, not the future of academia. We don't exist alongside society, but as part of it. And at Harvard, we have a duty to lean in and engage and to be of service to the world.
Foundational Black Americans planning to go to Harvard and have a great career in academia, you're screwed. You're screwed. You got somebody up there talking like that. That woman's up there basically telling you white supremacy don't exist. No, there's no such thing as that. Oh, wait. In academia, stop. Like, there is no compartmentalized system of white supremacy. No, it encompasses all avenues of activity. What the hell are you talking about? So, yeah, that is a problem, family, and that is a tether. But that's Harvard. So let them deal with that, because if, you're not trying to rock with Harvard, for those who are and trying to get that Harvard law degree, well, just remember, all skin folk ain't kin folk. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? So let me get this picture out of here. Let me get that out of here. And then I have three more stories. Where's that damn picture at? Okay, I'm going to have to do it this way. All right. Oh, Lord. Are y'all noticing all of the reparations haters that we are having out here? And all these people out of the country. I've seen Tariq Nasheed post. And actually, I think he also did a piece on his live about the people out of the country who are so concerned about us getting reparations. What the hell our reparations got to do with you? And so that, again, is why we have to also address Joe Biden for the madness that he's trying to pull. Don't tell me. Where is that at? Okay, so hold on. All right. Bring this shit in here. There was this other woman who Don Lemon had on. It's like all these people seem to have an opinion on reparations and what things should be for black folks. I find that very interesting, and y'all should be concerned about
facing
that.
Rising costs of living, a living crisis, austerity budget cuts, and so on. And then you have those who are asking for reparations for colonialism, and they're wondering, $100 billion, $24 billion here and there, $500 million there. Some people want to be paid back, and members of the public are wondering, why are we suffering when you are, you have all of this vast wealth? Those are legitimate concerns.
Well, I think you're right about reparations in terms of if people want it, though, what they need to do is you always need to go back to the beginning of a supply chain. Where was the beginning of the supply chain? That was in Africa. And when across the entire world, when the slavery was taking place, which was the first nation in the world that abolished slavery? The first nation in the world to abolish it. It was started by William Wilberforce, was the British. In Great Britain, they abolished slavery. 2,000 naval men died on the high seas trying to stop slavery. Why? Because the African kings were rounding up their own people. They had them on cages waiting in the beaches. No one was running into Africa to get them. And I think you're totally right. If reparations need to be paid, we need to go right back to the beginning of that supply chain and say who was rounding up their own people and having them handcuffed in cages. Absolutely. That's where they should start. And maybe, I don't know, the descendants of those families where they died in the high seas trying to stop the slavery, that those families should receive something too, I think, at the same time.
It's an interesting discussion, Hillary. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll continue to discuss.
Isn't it funny how everybody thinks they have an opinion on what we should get and what we're owed? That is not, since when is that ever dictated by the outside party? You understand what I'm saying? When is that ever so? All right. Let me get this in. Get this next story in here. There it is. Okay. So with that, we have to get into this reparations conversation and the reparations hijacking that's happening, and also the grassroots Cointelpro tactics. Because we have issues that we have to address and deal with. There was a situation in California to where an individual who has been known in the Twitter streets had kind of got set out there by talking some kind of way in front of those people, and they took his words as a threat. Well, here's my thing. Either knowingly or unknowingly, when you try to run out there just trying to get your thing on and thing off, you have to always be mindful that these people will use you as a crash test dummy because they know what you're doing. And so you get out there, say something reckless, say something that can be interpreted as reckless, and then they'll turn that against all of us, turn that against the reparations conversation, and you're the one to blame. So, just neither, I don't know how that happened, but, yeah, I'm sure they would misconstrue. That's what they do. And if a person is supposed to be a politician, I would expect more of that individual to be aware of how they use their words in a public forum about reparations. But, can't always have it that way. So, this story here. In the Dominican Republic, anti-blackness is at the root of violent deportations of Haitians. Here's how we can help. As a Dominican racial equality activist with organizations and cultured company, I watched the anti-Haitian migrant violence unfolding in October and November with deep horror. There are compounding cases of violence and structural racism that are now in synergy in the Dominican Republic, according to the MST. The Movimiento de Trabajadores Socialista, the Dominican government deported around 85,000 people between January and September of 2022. Then on November 11th, 2022, President Luis Abinader issued Decree 668-22. The decree ordered that the massive expulsion of Haitian migrants and Dominicans of Haitian descent living in state-owned land used for sugar plantations, the deportations began at a rapid clip. Damn. Get your ass out of here. That's how they got treated. They showed y'all no love. Damn. Got y'all out to pizzang. But ain't that like America too? So America showed them no love, and then they get no love here. Damn, how'd that work? Man. Damn. According to reports from the Direction General de Migration, on average, between 4,000 and 5,000 people have been detained and deported in October 2022, weekly. Despite these reports, the official figures of those deported is not yet available. The best way to explain how racial violence and anti-Haitianismo, whatever the hell that means, works is a story of tracing these abuses in the life of a single person. Let's imagine, for example, a child named Javier. Javier's mother is a second-generation Dominican Haitian woman, the daughter of a cane cutter who was brought to the country in the 1960s during a period of booming sugar agriculture. And a Dominican mother, she has her father's Haitian last name. Javier's mother and entire family live in Bati, state-owned land where they cannot buy their own land and build their own houses. They can be removed at any time. It is important to understand that Dominicans are being taught to hate their blackness, proximity to African culture, and their closest neighbors. Javier was in school, finally getting a chance to complete high school when in 2013 the Dominican government declared that because he had Haitian parents, he was not a Dominican citizen. Now Javier continues to live in Bati without access to employment opportunities. One morning at 4 a.m., Javier wakes up to the sound of police beating down the door to his humble house. He is arrested, placed in the back of a truck, and sent to a detention center without a bathroom, showers, or food access. While this is a fictional story, it is a fairly typical case that highlights how the life of a single black person is being destroyed by the state and its anti-black and xenophobic policies. State discrimination and violence against Haitian migrants and their children have been steadily increasing since the deeply conservative elite and white government of Louis Abinader took over power in 2020. A person who has worked on decolonizing and healing the racial wounds that permeate the Dominican community is not intolerable for me to watch. It is intolerable for me to watch the spread of fascist ideologies such as racial replacement theories, misinformation, and hate. It is important to understand Dominicans are being taught to hate their blackness, proximity to African culture, and their closest neighbors. However, it is also important to remember that it is possible to unlearn hate and racism. It is possible to change, to be in true solidarity with those experiencing violence in the Dominican Republic. It is important for Dominicans and our Black diaspora allies to take action to educate ourselves, sustain a racial equality analysis of the situation, and take action based on that knowledge. Come on, man. Come on, man. You said, I'm learned. Oh. Boy. Here are some steps and resources to build a deeper solidarity with those impacted by this continued assault on human dignity and freedom. Okay, that's the end of the article. Okay. Ooh-wee. Lord. What y'all think about that? Damn. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Yeah, not our fight. At all. None whatsoever. So, with that being the case, we will take a quick break, come back to our last two stories, and get on our Wizay and start this weekend. So again, of course, this is the weekly wrap up. So we are going to take a little short break, and let's see. I think I got something in here to play for y'all. So be able to play some music during this break. So we will be right back. So go nowhere. This would be the time to go ahead and take your bathroom break and go get you something to eat. Go get your chips and go refill your libations or whatever you got to do. And we shall return in a few.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Some wanna hit it and quit. Some broke your heart, though you never admit it. Though you, they reserve for yourself. Go to work, to church, hang tight with the girls. But you're feeling lonely when you're all alone. That's where I come in. I'll be your magic man. When you don't want nobody to know what you are feeling inside, I'll make you stay. I'll make you say, now that I
blaster. Dick dastardly and Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. All right. I am missing a story. Where's that? So y'all have seen this video, I'm pretty sure, about... Oh, even better. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. This is even better. Family. I guess I went and break at the right time because this headline is pretty interesting. Stephen A. Smith rails against his alma mater after viral video shows student escorted out of the classroom. And this is what you probably have been seeing. Says Smith graduated from Winston-Salem University HBCUs throughout the United States. ESPN's First Take does a yearly HBCU where they go to a campus and broadcast the show live. This week, a video circulated on social media showed the police officers handcuffing a student named Leila Hamoud in a classroom. In a statement on Wednesday, Chancellor Elwood L. Robinson... Wait a minute, pause that. Let me show you Elwood. There we go. So Elwood L. Robinson, that's who that is. So let me see. Let me get down here. So he's Uncle Elwood. He addresses the incident to students in a letter. The statement said, "We received a report that there was a significant commotion in Carolina Hall this morning, and as such, a WSSU employee nearby called for the assistance of law enforcement after they tried to de-escalate a situation. We understand that the weaponization of police is a prevalent problem in our community. However, this is not what happened in this incident." Stephen A. Smith, sporting a Winston-Salem varsity jacket, addressed the viral video on Friday's First Take and explained what happened to Hamoud. Quote, "A young lady, an African-American, a lovely young lady, got escorted out of her classroom," Smith said. "I personally spoke with Chancellor Robinson of Winston-Salem University to find out what has happened. I'm not going to sit up here and publicize that, but she got into an argument with a teacher." His message to Winston-Salem and other universities... Wait a minute. No, come on now. And to other universities was that no student should ever have to leave a classroom in handcuffs when no crime was committed. Quote, "Having somebody escorted out of the classroom is perfectly fine within bounds. Having them escorted from a classroom in handcuffs by two police officers when no crime was committed is excessive, and I would have to agree." He believed that Winston-Salem would be viewed negatively because the university had one of its students arrested in a classroom. Quote, "That is not our," meaning Me Too, that was not our shining moment. And if nothing physical transpired and you're just talking about a conversation of verbal sparring, is inappropriate as that may have been, and we don't want to encourage kids to be disrespectful to professors or anything like that. We know how these people are, and they will engage a student. And by the way, they actually identify this woman. You see the woman on the bottom of the screen? Family, do you know that on their faculty sheet, she is listed as black? I'll say it again. That woman in the middle of the screen on their faculty sheet is listed as black. Yeah, okay. There is no excuse for a student to be escorted out of her classroom in handcuffs like she is a criminal. I was there. I wasn't there, rather. I don't know all of the details. I got the chancellor and other people's position, but I did not speak to the young lady, and I will try to do that. He went on to slam the protocol that the officers followed for forcing Hamoud to leave the classroom in handcuffs. You're escorting her out of the classroom in handcuffs. That's not cool. And on this particular day, I'm not proud of my university letting that happen. I'm pointing out to the police officers. Once the police officers are called, they got to do their job. What the hell does that mean? Once the police officers are called, they got to do their job, like staying on code with the white woman on scene that is over here visibly lying on the black man who's not attacking her but does not get arrested or charged. Is that the type of job you mean, Stephen A. Smith? And see, that's where see how you do? You try to talk positive and black for a minute, but then you turn right back around into caping. So enough of Stephen A. Smith caping for that dude. And that dude you seeing on the screen, he's also, well, it's just not how it was. And, you just got to understand. And then they list this woman as black. That woman ain't black. And her last name ain't even that. Her last name is like Villa Gomez. What the hell? No, she's not black. But just like you saw with the last story that I just did with the Haitians and anti-blackness. Oh man, all this anti-blackness. Anti-blackness is something that I've heard from Dr. Welsing and Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Now, all of a sudden, they're talking about anti-blackness in the DR. Because, again, when you hear anti-blackness, yes, the Grassroots has definitely revived the term anti-blackness and making it pop in the forefront. Because that's what their racism is. It is anti-black racism. And actually, truth be told, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that originally comes from Neely Fuller. So, again, and you can see it down the line. All the way down the line. Anti-black racism. And now they're trying to get a piece of what now all of a sudden, because see, they keep having to jump from anti-blackness and then that, but see, did you see the pivot they did in that story? We gotta, And we got to get with the black diaspora. That means, hey, foundational black Americans, come help us fight. Come, we need our American brothers to fight for us. No, you're there. You fight now. Don't call us up here to start taking on somebody else's issues. You see, we are gung-ho at our issues, and for the first time in a long time, we are solely focused on us. We'll be able to get to you after the checks are cut, not before. So, but be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Absolutely. Blueberry Muffin said, Villa Gomez. Yes, Villa Gomez is an anti-black Latino at an HBCU receiving preference by using white Latino privilege. But we are all in this together. Maybe we are really not. Maybe we are really not, though. You know? So, let's see. Where are we going to go first? Let's just show you the incident. And then there's a video of, and she actually did a little clip explaining real quick, briefly, what happened. So we'll see both. So let's check this out.
You're hurting me really bad, bro. Please get off of me. And she's still standing there letting this happen. Like, exactly. I hate you. It already escalated. She's like, come on in here. I swear to God, I hate you. I swear to God, I hate you. I swear to God, I hate you, bro. You're the worst teacher ever. You get me taken out of handcuffs because I want to apologize? Because I want to apologize? You started yelling at me. You tried to embarrass me about my paper. You're a terrible teacher. Is somebody recording this? Oh, everybody is. I hope you're recording everybody because that's ridiculous. Yes, that really is. You're letting this shit happen. She sit here and say she loves black people and stuff, but you let this happen to her? Come on now. No, you yelled at her first. You yelled at her first, but you want her to apologize. It doesn't make any sense. You hear everybody in the class say, look at my grades, my GPA. I graduated by 8 points. I'm not no dumb bitch. I'm not stupid, Dr. B. The whole class. I'm so bad. I am bad.
Well, that's how it started. Let's hear from her. And again, I don't believe this sister is actually foundational Black American, but nonetheless, she does not deserve to be done this way. And she's at a HBCU, which, if she's not a foundational Black American, that kind of could be problematic as well, because then, you know, there's probably one of us that have not gotten an opportunity, but that's neither here nor there in this particular case. So let's hear from this sister and hear what happened.
On exam day. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with past stuff. Basically, I got something for her too. Let me stop reading y'all comments because I'm getting distracted. So basically, we had a group project assigned as a final, which is probably the dumbest thing, but I'm not here to critique her on her learning. We had a group final. We had to write a paper, and we had to also make up a skit for our group to present. It was 7 of us. I did most of writing the skit just because I wanted to. It was easy and it was fun for me. Well, I thought it was easy. I did the essay as well. She got back to me late, 6 hours before we had to present, actually, saying that my essay was completely wrong and I should revise it, all this shit. And I'm just like, I'm not going back and redoing this essay. That took me 2 weeks and you told me 6 hours before. I'm not redoing it. And I think I'm pretty okay for that. Ew, my camera is dirty.
Getting Somali vibes. Yeah, I can see that. I could see that. And you know, again, like I said, this again, is this another Rachel Dolezal? No, she's actually black. Oh, you mean the teacher, Villa Gomez? Yeah, you know, there's that, because here's what the thing with the Villa Gomez thing. They are listing her as black, and they know she ain't. And even her teacher, even her students. See, this is the point. Look at this, though. They're listing her as black, but her students are talking about, you say you love black people and you got love for black people. So obviously they're referring to her as an outsider of blackness. But yet the school is identifying her as black. Go figure. Lord. Okay, so this. What the hell happened to my other window? So now we get to the topic of the evening. Joe Biden. Joe Biden literally is trying to offer an apology to Africa for the original. And see, this goes hand in hand with the title. Because y'all understand how I've been talking about grassroots Cointelpro tactics, right? This takes the cake. Joe Biden is trying to pledge $55 billion in reparations to Africa. Knight Rider in the house. What's going on? Still Kevin Trees in the house. I see you. There's another name I saw in here earlier. Where'd that go? Looking for that name. I'm trying to shout you out. Oh, y'all been active in the chat tonight. All right. So, Joe Biden on Wednesday apologized for the unmanageable cruelty of slavery, which he referred to as America's original sin. Oh, Lord. Well, I won't even bother going in too much to reading this because we have the video. Yes, we do. Knight Rider, salute. Shawana S., good evening. Cynthia Newman, I see you in the house. Greetings. All right, let's check this out. And we don't have to go through all of this. Yes, them getting there. Let's get here.
My nation's original sin.
Ah, there it
Men
is.
and women and children.
Okay.
Of the deep. We the people reminds us that our country's greatest strength lies in just that. Our people lie at the heart of the deep and profound connection that forever binds Africa and the United States together. We remember the stolen men and women and children who were brought to our shores in chains, subjected to unimaginable cruelty. My nation's original sin was that period. We honor their descendants who are for generations have helped build this country and propel it to higher heights, leading the charge, blazing new trails, and forging a better future for everyone in America. To our shores in chains, subjected to unimaginable cruelty. My nation's original sin was that period. Raising your glass to the people of America, to the people of the United States, to the people of Africa, and to the promise and potential of our partnership. Hear, hear.
On the occasion of the second USA-Africa Summit, have devoted. We share the same spirit. We want to advance our common agenda with you and take our partnership to the next level in an inclusive approach, bringing together governments, the private sector, civil society, and the African diaspora. With you,
Somali against Pan-Africanism. That's a great point. Nixon did it, China. I want to see that other thing you said. That one. $55 billion for Africa to counter Chinese dominance on the continent. Yeah, I could see that. I definitely could see that. Patience is a virtue. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So, yeah. Reparations is for foundational Black Americans. Freedmen, if you didn't know. Melody, welcome, welcome, welcome. More benign neglect. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm going to put that up here again because I just want y'all to kind of soak this in. Because he literally gets up here to talk about an original sin to people who possibly participated in our slave trade with him. So, but you're not apologizing or addressing the citizens here who are the descendants of those slaves that built this country, but you're over here apologizing to Africa? The hell up out of here. This is another slap in the face to his base. This is what I mean by Joe Biden snubs his base to make Strom Thurmond proud. If there was never anything else to do to slap Black folks in the face, go apologize to those Africans who are the descendants of your enslavers that sold you to these enslavers. And then, yeah, so trust me, it has a lot to do with that. Now, yes, America is trying to solidify their position in Africa over China, but that's definitely just a part. You better believe that anti-Blackness is at the core. And some of these folks are just as anti-foundational Black American as that white man getting his hand shook by all them dark hands. Let's just keep it 1,000.
We the people reminds us that our country's greatest strength lies in just that. Our people lie at the heart of the deep and profound connection that forever binds Africa and the United States together. We remember the stolen men and women and children who were brought to our shores in chains, subjected to unimaginable cruelty. My nation's original sin was that period.
These people are still here, present day. He's talking about us as if we have been gone from the shores of America for the last 50 years. And somehow people think that he's talking about us. No, the hell he is not. We back that up a bit.
We remember the stolen men and women and children who were brought to our shores in chains, subjected to unimaginable cruelty. My nation's original sin was that period. We honor their descendants who for generations have helped build this country and propel it to higher heights, leading the charge, blazing new trails, and forging a better future for everyone in America. To our shores in chains.
How do you honor the descendants of those people who built the country? By giving $55 billion in so-called reparations, which is not cash payments, by the way, over there, to the continent of Africa. How does that make legitimate sense? It doesn't, because it's a slap in the face of the black voter. All this asking for reparations, all of a sudden wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Because wasn't the Democrats just asked about reparations not too long ago? I'm not sure. Maybe refresh my memory.
You heard the word reparations there. The NAACP defines it as financial recompensation for African Americans whose ancestors were slaves. Tuberville seemed to be saying that blacks are, quote, the people that do the crime. Now, the Democratic Party does not support reparations, though President Biden has supported studying the issue.
But now he's willing to give $55 billion. Oh. Let me see. Let's see. Speaking at a gathering of almost all African leaders in Washington, D.C., the first since Barack Obama convened a summit in 2014, Biden expressed regret for the past, but insisted the United States is all in on Africa's future. During a White House dinner honoring African leaders and their spouses, Biden addressed what he called America's original sin, the enslavement of millions of people Was it the enslavement of No, it was 1 million Negroes. Because remember, Negroes aren't people. They're 3/5 of man. So how now are you going to define them as people? No, they were property because they weren't people. So why are you now rewriting history and calling them people? In the Constitution, they weren't people. No. The enslavement of millions of souls. Christians. The enslavement of millions of souls by the soulless, nonetheless, and honored their descendants and the broader African diaspora community in the United States, because you honored all of these African leaders and had them enjoy their meal and had Gladys Knight come serenade all of them. Strom Thurmond must be smiling from hell right now. You did it, Joe. The joke's on those monkeys. Those jigs will never know. Our people lie at the heart of the deep and profound connection that forever binds Africa and the United States together, he said. Yeah, both of your roles in the slave trade. Screwing us over. While we're talking about reparations for us right now, do you hear all this for this apologetic talk that Joe Biden? Any black person to tell you right now to still vote for Joe Biden, I mean, it's almost to the point to where if you ain't feeling that things need to get physical, are you alive? Because somebody's talking you off a cliff. You might as well just run off a cliff. We remember the stolen men and women and children that were brought to our shores in chains, subjected to unimaginable cruelty. How do you remember us, Joe? We are the descendants of those people. Like, he's up here talking to a bunch of Africans about the descendants of slaves. How does that make sense? None of those people have any kind of tie to our slavery, except for they were on the receiving end of funds. Let me see. I gotta show y'all this picture. Damn. Hold on. Let me get this in here. This is just ridiculous. Our folks sometimes, man, you can't be too hard on the older generation because they just don't understand. Yeah, but there's got to be a no somewhere in all of this madness. Damn it. Oh, Lord. Let me get this picture off up in here. This right here. This right here. This Gladys Knight just, they all happy and winning. Look at Jill Biden up there just so happy. And then you got all the little black leaders. They over there being entertained. All those African leaders. And you know what's so funny? You don't even see the typical black boule bootlicks in the room. You notice that? Do you notice at the time when all of this so-called honoring is going on? So pay attention. Pay attention to this part. Did Joe Biden not just snub Sheila Jackson Lee? Where's the Congressional Black Caucus? Where they at? They were busy? Were they preoccupied? Did they have something else to do? Gladys Knight, but no Pips. No. But yeah, don't you find that interesting? Ain't no CBC in the house? No Sheila Jackson Lee, Joyce Beatty, all of these people. You're honoring the descendants of slaves. But none of the Congressional Black Caucus is in the room. None of the so-called Black League. No Al Sharpton, no Jesse Jackson. You literally have actual African leaders in the building. Toasting. So for those of you who are probably following what I'm saying is this is the actual love of Pan-Africanism. Those Africans ain't asked where Tiffany Cross at. Them Africans ain't asking where Roland Martin at. Them Africans ain't asking where the Moors are. They ain't asking what this group is or that group is. They only in that room about they interest alone. Not a diaspora unless they can use you. But no, make no mistake, ain't no mentioning you other than the money that they're getting based off the thought of you. So when y'all be talking about, well, it can't be xenophobic. Well, look at the diaspora being represented here in the room to absolutely undermine foundational Black American freedmen's reparation claims. To the tune of Midnight Train to Georgia. Choo-choo! All aboard on a midnight train to go. I got to go. I got to go. Yeah. He said he's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. Woohoo! They on that midnight train to our reparations, what they talking about. Do you see how dirty that is? Anybody that can find themselves justifying dealing with the Biden sexuals and then saying, hey, you know what, you all make sense. No, the hell they do not. Look at the disaster we are in. And now this is a humongous slap in the face. You're going to say, we're going to honor the descendants of the people who built this country, but if you don't vote for me, you ain't Black. Jeez. Come on, man. Come on. That's just so cold. Doggity dog. And then again, never forget though. Never forget this little tasty part of the story. The African American community stood up again for me. You've always had my back. And I'll always have yours. Well, instead, we just get symbolism. You know how you go to like Disneyland and you know, they have the people in the suits, but that's really not the actor from the movie? That's kind of how they treating us. Like, oh yeah, you know, like this is the symbolic gestures right here. And so if you want to go see real Darth Vader, you got to go see the movies, right? But if you want to go for a day and just see, like, hey, I could get close because I'm, you know, just lowly and average, and here I am. Well, they'll give you this, guys. See, you can get this Darth Vader, but, you know, you're not finna get the Darth Vader. You're going to get that bootleg version. Gangnam style, right? And so, you know, understand we see certain people out here that want to act like they don't understand what's happening, what time it is. It's like, yeah, everybody else in your community can see it. It's very clear. But, I mean, because again, this is Joe Biden talking. But remember what was actually said by Donald Trump?
African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to get, you built the nation.
Interesting. So with that being said, if people are trying to sell us up the river, then I guess I have to side with this notion.
Got to watch these old niggas.
Couldn't agree more. But we even have to watch the younger ones too, like this.
I'm not always going to only talk about what we can do for black people. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
So anybody that comes up to you trying to sell these worthless do-nothing Democrats without an actual tangible agenda, you better tell them like this.
You shade tree nigga.
Gotta let them know. Because you never want to be like this.
Every time I have always played the fool.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that, because that ain't cool. You understand? And you got to know. Don't let people use you and manipulate you to have you doing things out of character, because you never want to be the sad clown. Because, you know, at the time of being manipulated, all feels great and happy because that person could put a battery in your back. You know, how it turns out sometimes. You end up being a sad clown. It's not cool being a sad clown. Don't be the sad clown. Be more like JD. That's right. Oh, Lord. And these souls to the polls were most likely under 30. Well, you know, get your booty to the poll, get your booty to the poll, get your booty to the poll. Lord. Oh, real quick though, before we do go, Blueberry. Man. Before we get out of here, there's something else. No voting, no fucking. Right. That crazy madness. Oh, Lord. Where is this? Oh, okay, that's the same joint. I think this This is it. Yes. Check this out. So Don Lemon, I guess, is kind of awoken, to say the least. Well, I don't know. You tell me. But it's funny. And he might want to be careful because he over here talking different to these white women. And that might cause him some trouble down the line. But, you know, we will see. So check this out.
They make more money, then they should get more money.
Why does the men's team?
The men's team makes more money because
You know why?
because people are more interested in
But
the men.
guess who takes part of blame? I have a big issue with this, guys. WNBA, same thing's happening to them.
There's
Until
also more
media,
interest in the
hold
NBA,
on. Until big media companies, big tech companies, advertisers invest and put them on their airwaves more and allow people. And allow people to see it more and gain more fans. Then you will push toward more equality. Okay. But if they are,
I want you to notice what's happening in this conversation. What she's saying is give these people a pop or give them a boost that they are not yet earning. Because see, what she is trying to implement or implicate is that somehow the women are not getting what they're due in the WNBA. They're not making the same amount of money. Well, in any business, you're going to make the money of the draw. It's in any marketable business. You're marketing the draw. If you're not a draw, then no, they wouldn't be marketing with you. That's bad business. So what this woman is saying is, and this is where the feminism line comes in at, and it's really, really unrealistic. But of course, it doesn't come from our women. This is they shit. And look at how she's trying to cut him off and put him in his place. Black women, when they say women, that don't mean you. I say that all the damn time.
blocked in so many ways and not invested in as much.
You guys are
they don't
not
even
sexist.
have a. I know you're not, but they don't even have a shot.
I grew up the only boy in a family of all women. I understand what you're saying, but not everybody, honestly, has the same skill. Not everybody has the same interest in the sport. I think the women should be paid more. I do. But if the men...
You're right that not everyone has the same skills because the women are better skilled.
Well, the women are better skilled against other women. But if the women played the men, they wouldn't be winning the way that they win.
Okay, I'm not going to get into...
So,
I'm not even...
See how now what they want to do is push a delusion. No, them women ain't as skilled as them men on the floor as them men. Women basketball players are skilled at their sport. But it is not competing against the highest level of the men. And she can get out there and go do some damage on the court with some non-professionals. Of course. That makes sense because you're talking about a professional against a non-professional. But put a professional female basketball player up against a professional man. Then tell me that works. Anybody ever remember when China got her ass whooped by Joey Buttafuoco? Y'all remember the wrestler China? Y'all remember her? I think she's deceased now, but back when she was living, she did the celebrity boxing match, and she fought Joey Buttafuoco, a non-working out white dude, Italian from Jersey or wherever the hell he's from. Overweight and old. Came out, ding, 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 blip, 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 blip. Just real quick work Oh, China. Now, most people would be like, China's going to kick his ass. China's going to kick his ass. And then that bell rung and reality hit. So, see, this type of line right here, that is absolutely the college, because what she's saying hasn't ever been proven or put to the test. But you're talking to a black man and want him to co-sign some participation trophy talk. Hell, he is a stone cold gay man and telling you, no, they not getting it because they don't got it. And no, they are skilled, but them on that same level with the men, there's not a boatload of dunking. There's no dunk contest at the WNBA All-Star game. There's a whole different level of skill going on. So the girls are more skilled. No, the girls are differently skilled because they don't have the same physical attributes of the male players. It's like y'all better get away from this off-brand feminism, new wave feminism with these new little nuts, because they have no grounding on anything. Their only foundation is what they feel. Now, in the lane of where they work, all of a sudden that lane will be reality, though. So they understand, oh, white man boss. And I'm not ever finna put the white man out there. But I'll besmirch all of these other, because who's mostly in the NBA? Black men. So what are they doing? They're trying to relate the talent of women to black men. Relate the skill and the work to black. So here's the question. Why can't all of these white women and other rainbow flag flying women be paid as much as these heterosexual males, black males especially, in the same sport? Well, because you're not in the same league. Why doesn't the G League get paid as much? If you get paid more than the G League players, I think you should be happy, because how many of you can beat them? See, there's layers of things before we need to get to the conversation. And I always have a saying, don't listen to these women. If you're black, nothing they talking about deals with your community at all, unless it's a detriment to it. So yeah, fellas, if you got like women that you are interested in that listen to these women, that is not a keeper. Throw her away and run. Trust me.
I'm just saying, if the sport makes more money, that means there's more money available.
Why does it make more money?
Because people are more interested in
because
listening.
they see it.
When I go to a sports bar, guys,
difference.
am I wrong? You guys don't want to say anything.
True.
When I go to a sports bar, if there is a women's basketball game on, I'm just being honest.
Which is
I'm just telling
on
the truth.
air less.
People will say,
Literally
can you
get
flip
to
it
see
to the
it
guys?
less.
I don't want to watch this. I'm just telling you. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just speaking. What?
Harry, what were you going to say?
And so you cannot make people become interested in something that they are not
But you
interested in.
have to show it to them. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
let
the only
Harry
thing
win.
I would say is you can't make people in this.
Women's basketball has been around forever. He said at 6'7", Brittany Griner can do anything. Maybe. But not really. 6'7" for Brittany Griner has all of maybe 2.5 years left on them legs. Duncan career over. Let's be realistic. She's 6'7". With women bones, not male bones. I don't know what y'all be on thinking everything is the same. It is not. Now, women can do fantastic and great things. But the one thing it's because here's the thing. There is no competition for what men can do from anything else but anything else other than men. So the whole conversation of where this comes from is a woman fantasy thing that has nothing to do with men at all, because we know what the hell we compete against. If you're competing at the highest level, you're always going to be on a physical situation dealing against a man. That's what you have to deal with out here. Facts. Project Leroy, thank you for the super chat. Acknowledge Beatzilla. Yes, indeed. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that super chat. Peace, blessings, and protections be up on you and all of you as well. Yeah, and WNBA been around 25 years. We've seen enough. Boogies. and you know, but see, the thing about it is you said white supremacy takes everything. Yes, everything will confuse you. The one thing about female basketball, the women's basketball, I prefer college over WNBA, because the women's college game is more of a pure game. WNBA is just trying to beat the NBA. If they stuck to what women's basketball is in the NCAA, instead of now trying to be because as you hear them, they're literally talking about competing with the men. There is no competition for your league. You have to set the marker and the standard yourself. I don't understand this concept of where a bar of success has to do with what a man is doing. You're a woman. So this is the lane in the league you're in. What's to say that it's diminished if you're the greatest in that lane? There's something deeper going on with y'all. And whatever that is, a therapist is probably the best person to figure that out, not some nut that got this information in college that's pushing an agenda, because that's all bullshit. None of them believe this shit. But a lot of people take that and start soaking it in. And yeah, you know, yeah, no. Penis envy. Well, see, I hope, and this is one thing I hope a lot of our people start understanding, especially sisters. Especially the sisters that always say black women are the most No. Everything that you see about white supremacy is about your men. Your fluff. That's why it's this is what living after conquering is. So y'all been so conquered that y'all believe your man is the enemy. No, your man was the one who went down swinging in the first place. But we still lost. So here you are in captivity. That doesn't make them special. That just means you lost the war. Now here's the big problem. They had to make sure that we lost who we were. Well, the one thing I need all of you to understand, you ain't them. That's probably the first part you should start. You ain't them, ain't never gonna be them, and never gonna be accepted by them as much as they smile in your face and tell you that you're a good boy or a good girl. You understand me? Because I see a lot of people do that and they're willing to throw their whole black card away because look at Kanye. And now it doesn't even work for the white folks with Kanye now because you can't even say he's an influencer to the black community. Hell no, he's not. Because ain't nobody listening to him. He said, strap on Brittany Griner. Yes, sir, collateral damage. If you want to ride, don't ride the white pony. I'll say. Miss Phoenix, Black First. Black First. Melody says a man's bone and muscle structure is different. Size and shape mainly due to testosterone. Therefore, physical performance is different. And okay, prime example. Venus and Serena Williams. They play females tennis. Guess what? They're great in their sport. No one ever sits up here and compares them to the men. Why? Oh, well, because it's mostly white men in their sport. Y'all get this? It ain't about no damn patriarchy and none of that. No. This is about black man hate. How this country was founded. Why this country has the descendants of slaves? Yeah, it's your men. Your men were ruling. Not because of black skin. That's the dumbest shit ever. You think these people, is that even rational? Man, I don't know why they hate me because of the color of my skin. They don't. Learn who the hell you are. You think that it's down to the color of your skin they hate you? Nigga, please. No. No, no, no. We just so happen to be this color, so we definitely stick out. But no. Our accomplishments and our resilience proves what the real problem is. Color of our skin. Ain't that some bullshit? Every time I hear that, it just bugs the hell out of me. Man, I don't know why they just don't like this. They care the color of my skin. Who told you that's why they hate you? Because you ain't never heard one of them tell you that. Ain't no white supremacist ever told no black person, I hate you because you black. No. No. They ain't never told you no shit like that. So I don't understand. Like, hell no. You get into a real conversation with a real white supremacist, he gonna be telling me white people was enslaved too, and then he be, man, well, all that year, all of a sudden your history will come out their mouth if they know you know it. But they know when they talking to an unlearned individual as well, because they know who the hell you are. All these people running around, man, we got to do this and do this. Stop. Only thing you need to understand is the system of white supremacy. If you do not understand that, everything else will confuse you. You will believe that you have some kind of standing by a law in the system of white supremacy, which is absolutely idiotic. It is, I'm white and I say so. And until you have to go into that situation and face it, I understand a lot of y'all can believe all that bullshit. Let them slap the cuffs off and send a night off up in intake and see if that shit's really true. For the rest of us that know it ain't, we really wish y'all would shut the hell up. And then for them sucker ass niggas that done been in the pen coming out here telling y'all, they hustling y'all, if you didn't know, all that Black's Law Dictionary bullshit. Trust me, a man that's ever spent time in behind them bars knows all of that is a bunch of horse shit. Don't none of it mean nothing. Tell yourself that shit you want to until they slap them cuffs off and throw your ass away. Then you're going to realize, oh, none of that shit mean nothing. Better get you a good lawyer. That's all that matters. All this, man, I'm going to get into the law. Shit, your ass be sitting there 15 years before you can figure out how to even get a court date to get out. I'll be out here talking this dumb shit. It's crazy to me. But I get it. But don't be distracted by the grassroots Cointelpro tactics. And part 4 is the unknowing agents of chaos, who you do things out of emotion. You're doing things out of feelings. You're doing things out of beliefs, but you're not doing things out of facts, and you're not doing things out of order. You're running renegade and running roughshod when you don't have to. But just like you seen Deion Jenkins run up there, and soon as he could get a mic in front of his face, he said something that they were able to spin, and now because he's been so disrespectful to so many people, who's coming to his defense? I would take heed of what he's dealing with right now, because it could be you next. You always want to make sure you know before you jump off that porch to go. If you don't, my advice to a few of you, STFU. ASAP. You have a true enemy out here, and even Don Lemon felt that he was comfortable enough to start talking to Becky this way, and he is. But trust me, this moment will come back to bite him in the ass. Let's finish this out, shall we?
Studio, when I said the analogy in the sports bar, that is true. Men think that, and women. I've had my mother, and she's going to say, I would much prefer to watch a men's event than a women's event, but I'm a woman, and I think women should be paid equally. Okay, so I can understand there's nuance in it, and by saying that, that doesn't make you sexist. It's a reality. Hang on one second. So I'm just saying that if there is more interest in a men's sport, the business people, the people who make money off of sports, will put that on television because we live in a capitalist society. And if people are interested in that, then there would be more attention and more money would be paid. So it's about the money.
But here's the thing.
But here's the thing. See, white women are being left out. And, because there's more white women in WNBA and the white women are being left out. I mean, so... Oh, God. All of a sudden, even Brittany Griner's a conversation. It's like y'all was silent on Brittany Griner for all. Stop it. And then as soon as you get her back, then all of a sudden, well, they left Waylon over there. I mean, man, how is this the case? Well, because you got a person for a person. Unless you're telling us and the rest of the world that Brittany Griner doesn't constitute a person. I guess she just represents half of a person. Or are you just looking at her as 3/5 of a person? What has changed here about America? That is one thing we have to understand and look at. And the answer is not much. Not much at all. But, said Lemon is gone. AK Sour God, Black First, salute. Yeah, 3/5 and she's black. Man, I'm saying. Yep, you'd be playing, like they say, playing them away games. Went over there and, okay, I ain't had no support. But now she finna come back and you finna be all rainbowed out again, just like it was all gravy, huh? All right. That is what it is. So, again, family, $55 billion to Africa. Most of it is going to be going into the solar panels, not cash payments. So still another slap in the face while doing so. And then you have other people coming out here, putting their foot in their mouth, talking out of turn because they're maybe not as learned as how they pass themselves off to be in Twitter spaces. So they end up getting misquoted in the press, and the Daily Mail makes them look like a terrorist. So, again, better know before you jump off that porch. Because, hey, well, man, people didn't ask me. And I know a fool when I see one. So I tend to distance myself from foolishness. So I recall that being said some while ago. See why I didn't have to ask you shit? That's all I can say. Man, people ain't really. Man, I'm not looking for no conversation when I know what I see. You kidding? Waste my damn time. Man, I can't stand that shit. I don't want to hear no new boy shit. I'm not no. You are. Get some time up under your belt, youngster. Just started to open up your mouth last year and think that I'm supposed to pay you some attention. Shut up. Where the hell these niggas been at all this time? Hey, man. I mean, man, people know me. I don't know where. From where? Twitter? Well, I've been on this app. What? App? Okay. So you believe that Black empowerment started in the digital space. Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall with them dunces. And let us rise. Can you dig it? Oh my Lord. Yeah, I can't stand that new boy shit. Can't stand it at all. Man, I'm out here doing the work, man. And I'm just, huh? If you're telling me you ain't been doing enough. Because if it's me, somebody else gonna tell you about me. I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you because somebody else, oh yeah, he did this and he did it. That's how you know what you do. If I'm telling you, I ain't too good at what I do. That's how I've always known a musician wasn't really worth shit. First thing you tell me is all of his accomplishments. I don't give a damn about that. Like, if you have to talk, this is music. If you got to talk about what you can play, you probably suck. Chances are you suck. Strong chance you suck. Man, I done had this and I was voted the best this and I was knocking him out the vote. Really? All those musicians that I know that are like, wow, they be the ones just sitting there, not saying nothing. Somebody be like, hey, man, you know that cat right there can play. Who? That one right there. The one that ain't saying nothing? Yeah. Hey, man, you play? Yeah. Then you can hear what a person do. No fluff, no introduction. I'll learn what his name is after I heard him play. That is the craft we are in. Your craft speaks for itself, not this. So other people can with your documented history say, oh yeah, he do that shit. That's how you want to be out here. That's why people be coming out here like, you think you finna say something about me? What the hell difference that make to me? No skin off my back, Jack. That shit like that just shows me how far people have like really been away from it all. This is like, oh, okay. Man. And again, you know, I'm one of those people that I'm used to kind of being overlooked because I'm never the loudest in the room. So I notice how people don't notice me until somebody tells them that, yeah, you probably should want to know that guy. Who? Him? Hey, you know, Now all of a sudden you're nice to me. Got it. Shit, anybody that's around me, I always tell y'all, pay attention to people who know who I am out of nowhere. That's the person that I'll be raising the eyebrow. Like, how you know who I am? Rum cake anyone. That doesn't sound bad. That's a good holiday joint. This lady that at the church I play for, well, I don't know if she's still around. But this sister used to make a ferocious rum cake. That thing was super potent. I don't know what the hell. Like, she must have been pouring a whole fifth of like 151 off in that junk or something. That thing is strong. But yeah, that's the rum cake is good. It was rum and buttery though, like real super buttery. It's a deadly cake. Deadly cake. Yeah, talking about some rum cake. Yeah, I've had a good rum cake in my day. But when people know how to really make it, ooh-wee, that joker can be deadly. She's like, I'm just going to cut me off a little piece, you know. Yeah, I'm just going to have a little more. I'm just having that little slice. I'm just going to cut me one little more piece off. You wake up in the morning with cake crumbs all on your shirt and on your face. Fell asleep sitting up in the couch. I done ate all this cake. Oh, Lord. Anyway, family, it has been good to be back here on a Friday night for a weekly wrap-up. You know, see heartburn and relax. or reflux. Oh, acid reflux. Oh, man. But thank y'all so much for hanging out with us here this evening. Hope y'all enjoyed this broadcast. And also, you know, if you're the rewatchers, make sure to like, share, and comment. You know, help us boost this message in the algorithm. So with that being said, y'all can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can follow me at 6 zeros at beatzillapdx official and at Patreon at beatzillapdx official and on Melanated People at Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And of course, if you feel so inclined to donate to this program, you can definitely do so by way of donation, which is at CashApp, $beatzillapdx. That's CashApp, $beatzillapdx. And of course, we have PayPal, which is Zilla Music. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And, you know, of course, we have the super thanks. If those rewatchers, you know, you can hit that. And thank y'all for the super chats tonight. I appreciate that. Let me see. Let's see that. Why is it not showing me all super chats now? Where did that go at? Don't know why I can't see it. Oh well. And I think that was Cyberdyne and Project Leroy. So thank y'all for the super chats as well. Appreciate it. And also Codified Trucking. Thank you also for your support of this broadcast. Much appreciated. And always peace, blessings, protections, and power to all of you and yours. So, you know, we will be back next week. I guess, yeah, I'll be on TMZ again next week. I would have been on today, but it was a little last minute and rushed. But I will be back on next week. And then, of course, we'll be here Wednesday. So I'll actually be here live Wednesday before TMZ. So with that being said, yeah, we doing that again. And they hit me up today too. It's like, you want to chime in on this Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion? You know, that's an interesting situation too. It's because it's kind of that now today it comes out. Ain't no DNA on the gun from Tory Lanez. But there is definitely confirmed female DNA on the gun. So yeah, this story is unraveling. But yeah, I wasn't able to do it because it was too short a notice for me. But hey, we will be at it next week. Oh yeah. So yeah. Keep an eye on that story, family. And also, Young Thug just had a major break in his case. Of course, you know, Gunna took a plea deal without having to actually admit guilt. But the other thing that happened is the large part of evidence that is in this RICO case is compiled from information and stuff taken from a 2015 raid at Young Thug's house. Well, all of that 2015 raid evidence has been excluded from Young Thug's case. Don't know how the RICO charge is going to hold up at this point, but I guess they're going to try to make it work. So I think that's why they was trying to pressure those early confessions before the bottom of this case fell out. And who knows, they might have enough to keep rolling. Ain't that dirty though? Because I think of the plea deals. Like, look how fast them plea deals came out. You got Gunna and also the co-founder of YSL going into court on the same day. And then the very next day, the stuff from Young Thug's case, half of the evidence against him is excluded. Some ain't right, family, but okay, we're going to talk about that at a later date. So with that being said, y'all, make sure you tune in here next Wednesday, and also stay tuned. We, again, like I said, we'll be doing a space tomorrow on Twitter, so look out for the Certified Truth with me and Black Alpha Network. And also, again, on Monday, we'll be back on Twitter. So, make sure you follow me so you know what's going on. And that way, y'all will always know what's going on, whether it be here on YouTube or over on Twitter, because I'm very rarely ever live on Instagram. So it is what it is nowadays. Twitter has kind of took over the Instagram live because, you can talk to so many more people on Twitter. Just how it works. So, always keep your 3 smooth stones at the ready, because you never know when you might just have to use one. And with that being said, family, y'all have a great, blessed weekend. Stay safe, stay vigilant, stay black, stay alive, and stay away from suckers and liars and manipulators and backstabbers. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yeah. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it. from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.